Today we're taking a look at the Los Angeles Clippers vs Los Angeles Lakers match, which is happening on Thursday, May 6, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. It is the Battle of Los Angeles on Thursday when the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Los Angeles Clippers. The Lakers are coming off a 93-89 victory over Denver on Monday. The victory snapped a 3-game losing streak, and Los Angeles is 2-6 in their last 8 games. The Clippers defeated Toronto on Tuesday, 105-100, snapping a 3-game losing streak of their own. The Clippers defeated the Lakers the last 2 times these teams have met, including a 104-86 victory back on April 4th. The Clippers are 6-4 in the last 10 meetings between these teams. The Clippers are favored by 6.5 points. If the season ended today, the LA Clippers and LA Lakers would meet in the first round of the playoffs. They play a preview of that potential matchup on Thursday. The Clippers come in at 44-22, third in the Western Conference, while the Lakers are 37-28, sixth in the conference. The Clippers are 2-0 against the Lakers this year, including a 104-86 win on April 4th. Can the Lakers get a win? The Lakers got LeBron James back for a couple of games, both losses, and then he tweaked his ankle again. So now he is out for this game and probably for Friday's game at Portland. That's a big blow because the Lakers are in real jeopardy of falling out of the top 6 in the Western Conference, which would put them in the play-in tournament. The Lakers are currently tied for 5th in the conference at 37-28, but only a game ahead of Portland, who they play Friday. The Lakers are coming off a win over Denver on Monday, but they are really struggling offensively without James and Dennis Schroeder, who's out until mid-May. The Lakers may be healthy for the playoffs, but that could be too late. The LA Clippers had a rare 3-game losing streak to start the month of May, but they bounced back Tuesday with a 105-100 win over Toronto on Tuesday to improve to 44-22. The win moved them a half game ahead of the Nuggets into third place in the Western Conference. It's nice to have Kawhi Leonard back on the court after missing several games with an injury. Leonard had only 13 points in the win, but he brings much more to the team than offense. Paul George had 22 points and 9 rebounds to lead the Clippers, while Marcus Morris also had 22 points. Reggie Jackson added 18 points and a team-high 5 assists. Serge Ibaka remains out indefinitely, but other than that, the rest of the team is pretty healthy. Anthony Davis scored 25 points to lead the Los Angeles Lakers to a 93-89 victory over Denver. LeBron James sat out this contest, but Los Angeles was able to hold off Denver. Davis added 7 rebounds. Marc Gasol and Talen Horton-Tucker each came off the bench to score 10 points. The Lakers shot 43.8% from the field, including 43.3% from the 3-point range. Paul George and Marcus Morris each scored 22 points as Los Angeles outscored Toronto by 5 in the final quarter to earn a 105-100 victory over the Raptors. George added 9 rebounds and 4 assists, while Morris had 6 rebounds and 2 assists. The Clippers shot 52.0% from the field, including hitting 12 of 13 free throw attempts, 92.3%. The Clippers are 2-0 against the Lakers this season, and after this game they will be 3-0. It's kind of a shame because we really haven't seen these two LA rivals go head-to-head at full strength. Maybe we'll have to wait until the playoffs to get that matchup. It won't happen here as LeBron James is out with an ankle injury, as is Dennis Schroeder. The Lakers have been able to stay in games without James because of their defense. But the Clippers also play good defense, so they can win a low-scoring game if need be. The Clippers have just too much on both sides of the floor for the Lakers to handle. My first betting advice for that game is to pick the Clippers. The Lakers are 0-3-1 ATS in their last 4 road games and 1-6-1 ATS in their last 8 games overall. The Clippers are 12-5 ATS in their last 17 home games and 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games overall. Head-to-head, the under is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings overall, and the Lakers are 1-5 ATS in the last 6 meetings overall. The Los Angeles Clippers have been in fine form as they've won 12 of their past 16 games, and they will be looking to stay hot after putting a halt to a 3-game skid with a 105-100 home win over the short-handed Raptors on Tuesday. Marcus Morris Sr. led the team with 22 points on 8-11 shooting. Paul George added 22 points with 9 rebounds and 4 assists, while Reggie Jackson chipped in with 18 points and 5 assists. As a team, the Clippers shot 52% from the field and 15 of 34 from the three-point line as they weathered an early barrage from the Raptors in the first half, before taking over in the second half where they outscored them by 57-46 to finish with the scrappy win. If the Clippers pull back and try to give this one away, it makes them more likely to drop to the number 4 seed, but the Lakers more likely to rise to the number 5 seed, which matches them up again. If the Clips win, they have a better shot at staying in third but push the Lakers further from 5th out west. It's a lose-lose situation for these teams, so motivation may not be a factor here outside of the Lakers trying desperately to get some positive momentum in the final games of the season. And they'll have to do so without LeBron James, who is sitting out both games of this back-to-back. But they will be feeling much better after arresting a 3-game skid with a 93-89 win over the Nuggets on Monday. Anthony Davis led the team with 25 points, 7 rebounds and 3 blocks on 9 of 19 shooting. Alex Caruso added 11 points while Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Marc Gasol each scored 10 points. As a team, the Lakers shot 43% from the field and 13 of 30 from the three-point line as they held the Nuggets to just 18 points in the second quarter to take the narrow lead into halftime before holding on for the narrow win as they had their 14-point lead cut to just 2 points late in the game. The Lakers are 9-13 straight up without James and 10-12 against the spread. What's interesting is that those results have been the same in 19 of 22 games. Either the Lakers win and cover or lose and fail to cover. LeBron-less Lakers games have hit the under 12 times, with the under going 12-9-1, and this line of 222.5 will be the 4th highest total of all such games without James. That might make us lean under, except that 3 of the 4 highest previous totals have gone over in these Lakers games. This is the first of a back-to-back for the Lakers, and the second one is a monster game against the Trail Blazers. If they lose both, they could drop to 7th and end up in the play-in tournament. It wouldn't be a huge shock to see the Lakers punt this game, either by sitting Davis entirely or by waving the white flag early if it doesn't look winnable. My second betting advice for that game is to pick under. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.